Google Cloud is putting money into Nuro. Why would Google do that when Google owns this thing called Waymo? Where we actually saw it coming about was more in the commercial arena. Last mile delivery, to me, makes a lot of sense. Actually, probably even easier to capture than longer haul kind of commercial trucking routes. This makes a lot of sense to me, and I think this could really be a great area to see truly autonomous driving technology roll out. Autonomous cars. We've been hearing, I remember going back 2016, 2017, when we started to work with Ford. We started to work with Ford back 2017. And right around then, earlier, right before we started working with them, they did the deal with Argo AI. This was under Mark Fields' reign. Put $1 billion into Argo AI, the autonomous, driving software provider. We keep hearing about autonomous cars, autonomous cars, autonomous cars. But, our point of view when we did the work with Ford was that, autonomy was still a number of years before it got to actually kind of consumers and day-to-day driving. And so we made a bet looking at the connected vehicle and all the services going in and out of the vehicle. That led to the launch of the Ford TMC, their Transportation Mobility Cloud. So a common API that developers can connect into and build apps, hook into different command and control APIs in the car, unlock car doors, and all this kind of stuff, right? That has nothing to do with autonomy. And so we made very clear to kind of not hitch our wagon to when autonomous vehicles would be a mainstream thing. Instead, where we actually saw it coming about was more in the commercial arena. So if you look at the trucking industry, right, where is there a need, a threat? You can't get truckers, especially now with COVID, supply chain crisis, gig economy, which I've talked about. Gig economy stealing a lot of jobs. There's a trucker shortage pre-COVID. Now there's even more of a trucker shortage. You can't get truckers. I think relatively a lot more traction, a lot less complications of rolling out a fuller scale autonomous vehicle program in the commercial arena, whether it's around trucking or, enter our next example. You look at this, Nuro has raised $600 million, Tiger Global in there, $8.6 billion valuation, 72% increase from a year ago. Yep, that's just the world we're in. Here's the interesting thing. Google joined the round. Why would Google do that when Google owns this thing called Waymo? Well, interestingly enough, because it's Google Cloud leading the charge. Tom Kurian, Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle, his right-hand man who left Oracle to then go run Google Cloud and has been doing a bunch of acquisitions, spending a bunch of money to try and make Google Cloud, closer to Microsoft Azure, and still pretty far away from AWS. But anyway, Google Cloud has struck a deal with Nuro for Nuro to treat Google Cloud as a strategic partner, do all their stuff on the cloud. And as a result, Google Cloud is putting money into Nuro. Yikes. Conflict of interest? Maybe. But then you got to understand, these are gargantuan, trillion-dollar companies. Like what Tom Kurian is doing over here in his fiefdom and Waymo, these are miles apart. Tom Kurian's doing this deal, doesn't care what the Waymo people, obviously they're probably not too happy about it, but he doesn't care about them. And he has the authority to write a check if he so pleases, because Nuro is going to give them all their business and help them now have a landmark client so they can go build out all this Google Cloud capability in the world of autonomous driving, which clearly that's really the bigger thing that Google is making a bet on, is we want to develop the cloud capability to support all the autonomous vehicles and all the needs that they have. And as a part of that, they clearly see commercial application of autonomous driving as one of the more applicable areas that this could actually break through. So here's a little video how Nuro works, really doing like local deliveries. DoorDash has been experimenting with this kind of stuff with like robots on the sidewalk. Nuro's doing pilots with Kroger, with FedEx. So think about like last mile deliveries. If you remember, Domino's actually did a pilot with Ford a few years ago. looking at the same kind of thing, right? So last mile delivery to me makes a lot of sense. Actually, probably even easier to capture than longer haul kind of commercial trucking routes. Maybe that's like a phase 2. But really solving the last mile, it's so expensive. And how could you route these little self-driving robots out there to do small package deliveries? I could see that being a great beachhead. Oh, and sure enough, Domino's is also now a partner with Nuro, so is Walmart. So they're trialing this. These are real pilots that are going on. It's not full-scale commercial ready to roll out, but this is real. As real it can be short of doing full-scale commercial launch, but there are a lot of interesting things going on with this company. They are building a manufacturing facility in southern Nevada. With the boost of this new funding, we're turning our focus to commercializing and scaling the production of our 3rd generation vehicle at our new facility in southern Nevada. So they now, I think, are gearing up for a semi kind of regional commercial launch, creating a lot of vehicles and really getting ready to close the loop on the last mile. This makes a lot of sense to me. And I think this could really be a great area to see truly autonomous driving technology roll out. Excuse the pun, but this is more than just software, right? This is an actual vehicle that they are creating. Right? This isn't just software. Look at this thing. This is an end-to-end vehicle that they're producing and doing in southern Nevada, which I love. Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, but even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.